Hi, I'm Bart Hanson, the owner and operator of CrushLivePoker.com. The following hand comes from our call-in show that we record at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time every Monday. If you want to call in your hand, check out the phone number in the description. And we're going to go here to, it looks like Missouri, and I believe that this is Squish My Tomato. Squish My Tomato, you are up.
Hey, Bart, what's up?
What's going on?
So I saw you didn't come to the Hustler yesterday, but those were the best games I've played in at the Hustler since I moved to LA.
Well, I mean, that's interesting you say that because I was in a really, really good game at Commerce too. So, I mean, I guess it is what it is, but I mean, there was a really good game with a couple of really, really fun players with a lot of money. So I can't complain really. I mean, I had a pretty good session on Sunday, but I heard that you killed it there.
Yeah, we had a 5-5-10 game going for about 6 or 7 hours. Super deep stacked. Really good game.
Nice. So you got a hand for us?
Yes. So there's two villains in the hand. Villain one. I had never played with him, but the Hammer had described him to me as very spewy and bluffs in the wrong type of spots.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give you a little background, a tilted player opened. He called on the button. I 3-bet with kings in the small blind, and king 7-3. I check called the whole way down, and he instantly mucked when I called his shove on the river.
Okay.
So he's the type of guy who will just barrel 3 streets if he senses weakness. He's super tilted. V2, he's new to the table. He's an unknown, but he does buy in for the max. He's a younger guy, so, I have him kind of pegged as, could be competent until proven otherwise.
Okay.
So V1, the tilted bluffy guy, he opens under the gun. There's a straddle, so under the gun 1. He opens 250. I call next to act with pocket 6s.
So this is at 5-5-10, right?
Yes, 5-5-10, and this hand is 1,000 effective.
Okay.
And then V2 calls directly behind me, and the rest of the table folds.
Okay.
The flop comes 9-6-8 rainbow.
So the flop is 9-6-8 rainbow. So you've got bottom set here, right?
Yep, bottom
Okay.
set, and V1, spewy tilty guy, he leads for 100.
Uh-huh.
I make it 250.
Yep.
V2 tanks for a while, probably 2 to 3 minutes, and then he shoves all in for 950. It gets
So
back to
V1 100, you raised to 250, and then V2, who you said was sort of competent, right? Shoves all in?
Yeah, he's an unknown, but he buys in for the max. It's a younger guy, so I don't know if he's competent or not, but, usually when you see a younger guy buy in for the max,
Yeah.
they may have a clue. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
So he shoves for 950. It gets back over to V1, who kind of just sighs and throws in one chip and calls, and now it's back to me.
So, yeah, this is sometimes the problem with, it's tough. When you have middle set here, it's really, really tough. We've talked about these situations before when you have middle set on a straightening board. Now, not all straightening boards are equal. Like, if you have 3 of a straight on board, like in a row, there are more combinations of straights than, say, like on a 2 gap where there might only be one combination. Like, if the board was 3-6-7, right? There's only one straight. Here with 9-6-8, you have 10-7 and 5-7. So if you had middle set here, it's tough because somebody could be overplaying bottom set. And, what's going to happen here is you're going to get pretty good pot odds coming back around. The problem with bottom set here is that really, unless the guy is overplaying top 2, it seems to me like the guy in V1 it sounds to me like he could really have an overpair here. But you're drawing pretty close to dead against higher sets. You're gonna be getting. I mean, you're basically if if you treat everything all in, right, you're gonna be getting about 2 to 1 if everybody starts with 1,000 effective. And if someone does have a straight, right, you've got 7 outs and then you've got um, 9 outs, right? We talked about this, I think, on the podcast or the call-in show last week. It's like an 8.5 out draw. Or seven, then 10, excuse me. It's like an 8.5 out draw. So it's kind of like a flush draw. So when you have an 8.5 out draw, you need 2 to 1. So if if the other guy turned over a straight V2, and then the other guy turned over, an overpair, it would be pretty much neutral EV for you to call. But the problem here is that you have to put them on a range of hands. I mean, I think that the guy's going to show up with a set of nines or a set of eights here some of the time. I think that with a set of eights, it's just tough to fold. But I think with bottom set here, I think that you usually you have to fold. But again, I mean, I'm giving you evidence. I mean, I'm giving you an example in a vacuum here, and there can certainly be live things going on that would make this a call. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I played a crazy hand where I made a ridiculous laydown yesterday at Commerce preflop with queens getting like 4 to 1 from the pot because I knew the guy had aces or kings. And you need just over 4 to 1 to set mine, but I was going to be up against two people. And I knew that I had the other guy beat, but it's just a situation where, like, in a vacuum, this just seems to be so much like a straight or middle set or top set that I don't think you can call.
Okay, well, I was planning on bet folding, but when V1 called,
Mm-hmm.
It kind of changed my mind, and shit, now I have odds if V2 does have a straight, because I knew V1, had an overpair. The best hand he can have is tens with a gut shot, basically. So.
Yeah, but I mean,
Um,
even if I can't do it in front of me, but even if so, there are six combinations of sets of nines and sets of eights, right? And then let's say that he has eight combinations of 5-7 and 10-7 suited, four combos of each. So if you put all the straights into like Poker Cruncher, and then let's say that you put in half of the sets, like three of the six sets, you're going to find that you're not going to have the equity. And I don't even know if you even have even two of the six, you're not going to have the equity. I mean, he literally
what
always
what
has to have a straight there for you to call, pretty much.
what about like 8-9 suited?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's possible that he would have 8-9. I mean, there's going to be what if it's a rainbow board that there's two combinations of 8-9 suited there. Um, I guess if you throw in one of those, I don't know if a guy just shoves all in with 8-9 after it goes bet raise. There's really only two combos of 8-9, and how often does a guy move all in when it goes bet raise and then in the middle just move in with 8-9? I mean, even if you were to give him one combo of 8-9 suited, and he's got three combos of higher sets and eight combos of straights, I would say that I don't think that you have the price to call. And I think that one combo of 9-8 suited might be liberally. Now, if you've got a guy that you think is competent enough to think that he's going to put pressure on you with like Jack 10 suited, or a hand like 9-7 or like Ace 7 with like a backdoor flush draw, but usually that's going to be a pretty big spew. Like even I won't make that play because I just never expect you to raise fold. You know what I mean? Like
What
I
about
just
what about pocket seven? He blocks all the straights.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, pocket sevens actually does have decent equity against pocket sixes, but again, I don't know if someone's going to make that play when you raise in the middle because it just doesn't look like you're ever going to fold. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess I did kind of make a iffy call.
Mm-hmm.
And I never got to see the board ran out 3 ace,
Yeah.
and I never got to see what the other two had. I was good.
You were good, really?
Yeah, I was. I think V2 had either sevens or Jack 10 because he said he was on a draw. So, and V1 just instantly mucked.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I hate to be results oriented, but I would still stand by my play that that's probably going to be a fold with bottom set there. But again, who knows? If the guy's a total unknown, then it's then maybe you call. I mean, it's tough in a I mean, it really is tough in a vacuum, and I don't know how much like guys overplay hands at 5-5 in spots like this. But well, nice hand.
All right, thanks, Bart.
All
Appreciate it.
right, take it easy. Hey guys, if you like what you've seen here, please click on the subscribe button and you'll get notified every time we put up a new video. And if you want to check out crushlivepoker.com for the first month free, use the code YTA100. Click on the link right there.